So, hello, welcome back to the video. I saw that you guys really like me talking about Just a Robot, because those are my two most popular videos by far. And I thought I'm gonna make a short video. I won't react to the Mali call, I will link the full video instead, because the call goes for 2 hours and I would probably just run in circles and yell at Jar and his roommate, who is very, very obnoxious. And yeah, the call also kind of goes around in circles. Sometimes they argue stupid semantics and whatnot, and arguing with Jar and his roommate seems to be really something I don't wanna do or even witness. So I'm just gonna go over like the tweets. I know not tweets, Discord conversation Beckett is gonna show. I know that the initial part won't be read out. I know some of you know it, but I'm still gonna read it out. And I will go over Jar's voicemail that he sent to Melly, which is kinda threatening. Anyways, let's get into the video and let's go.
Hey, so just to give some context for all of this, because it occurred back in 2023 and let's be honest, I can barely remember what happened last week. On June 16th of 2023,
Not gonna lie, I kinda envy Beckett for it, because my mind kinda, when it comes to drama, like the most stupid stuff gets stuck in my head.
Before VidCon, Just a Robot released the thumbnail for his upcoming Spoctor video. A few people, one of which was Mali, thought this thumbnail may cross a bit of a line, and she...
Like, personal opinion, I'm not ACC, I'm commentary community, and I'm not really gonna throw a fit over this thumbnail. Like, yeah, comparing him to EDP, who is way worse, isn't good. But don't forget, we talk about the dude who had nudes from his ex when she was 13. Like, he was also a teenager, they both were the same age. He kept those into adulthood and joked on a call with his friends about how easy he could destroy the hard drive. Not the hard drive, but the drive the things are on. So yeah, I don't really have much pity. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Like, personally, what I hate about thumbnails, like, for example, okay, I'll be honest, the chat logic ones are kinda really crossing the line sometimes, but I think my only real issue with thumbnails is when people put those fake tweets into it, because at the end of the day, someone is gonna see a thumbnail and see someone saying, I did it or something, and despite this tweet never being made. So this is kinda my thing, because it feels like fabricated evidence. So yeah, anyways, back to the video.
He voiced these concerns on Twitter. Jar would begin demanding some kind of call to discuss this, and as VidCon was coming up, he suggested...
Okay, here's the conversation. Just a Robot says, yep, both Peaches, Layo and others who you more than likely don't know. Then Melly says, I'll ask them why they gave you the go-ahead then. I don't really think talking your video with them makes sense, because it's your video. But maybe they'll have something to say about why they thought it was fine. Jar says, well, if you would like to talk out in VC with me, then we can. I don't articulate myself well over text. Okay, I gotta say, most people don't. Okay, Mali says, I'm still in transit at the moment, haven't gotten to the Airbnb yet, but maybe once we are settled. Although I'm not sure there will be time for VC stuff during VidCon. So she's right now not saying no, but kinda already saying that probably not. Not get your hopes up. Okay, he then says, we could talk in person. At VidCon, just me and you over drinks. Maybe you could come to the hotel room with me. Lol, just kidding. Like, even if he says it's a joke, it's kinda weird to say. It's like one time when my ex broke up with me and someone said if I want to go out on a coffee, and yeah, totally not this type of stuff, and then turns out it was this type of stuff. Okay, anyways, back to Mali. No way, I'm not gonna spend VidCon time of that sort of thing. I wanna focus on holiday stuff. Now she directly said no. I don't wanna meet up. Like, she definitely said no way. Then Ja asked, "Did you see the last message?" She said at the same time as my message, lol, but also XD still no way, like, no, she said, definitely no. He then says, "Fuck, well, I still like to meet you. I hold your opinion as high as Peaches and Laios, but they don't like Spoctor at all, so okay." Now there's Beckett's little, cute little talking sprite in the way, but they don't like Spoctor at all, so they, I don't know what he's saying then, thinking, "I just haven't seen anyone say you went too hard on Spoctor until you came along. Hell, most people said I went too soft on him." And I didn't watch Ja's video, I don't know how he went. I'm just gonna say that I don't think the thumbnail is horrible. The way he starts arguing with people who don't like the thumbnail, this is overkill though. Okay, he then suddenly says, "Want to meet up at 12 at the fountain," despite her telling him no. Only 3 days passed, so it's not really big time skip. So she said no, and for some reason Ja, I don't know,
in a series of messages actually meeting up with Mali, something she felt pretty uncomfortable with.
And then Mali responded to this question with, "I'm not at VidCon anymore. I'm going home to rest, so nah, enjoy your day." He said, "I meant tomorrow. I also left. I think it closes at 9 or 10 p.m. She says, "Nah, I'm good. I got a lot to do with VidCon as is." So she again says no. He then, "Alright, but what do you look like? Because the badges are too hard to read fast. I also can't hear everyone's voice at the same time." Like, she said no. Come on, dude. She then says, "I don't really wanna meet up. Don't talk about YouTube, work, drama. Don't want to talk about the video and Twitter stuff. Just vibing with my girls." And again, she says no. "I don't want to talk about any of that. Just want to say hello and have a handshake and leave." Like, so what he apparently had with Panda without her really thinking it was as funny as he did. But it was really bad. But it was a really bad time for all of this drama to go down right before the con. Like, it's just a stupid thumbnail, man. Why? And God. Mali then says, "To be honest, it's not because of any drama. I just want to spend my time with my friends and enjoying my VidCon meet and greets and do stuff. I don't think it's doing my, again, it's like it's thing in the way. Don't think it's doing my own thing on holiday." Like, she's again saying, "No, I want to have fun." Again, for the next messages, there will be Beckett in the way for a bit, but I'm still gonna read them out. Just says, "Okay, but please, no, I won't be like, bitch, you were too scared to come in VC. Now you have nowhere to run. I got a gun." I really just want to talk for a few seconds and then fuck off. Like, bruh, why do you even say it? Why do you even have to bring up the gun? I mean, you did chat with Harley a little. I hope it wasn't about me. Oh, come on, the world isn't revolving around you, man. Okay, now Mali says, "Okay, that's a bit freaky that you would even think that. Didn't cross my mind. And well, yeah, Harley's in our group, he's a mate, so I've been chatting with him a bunch about basically everything, but that has no influence on my," again, it's close, I can't read it, but it's kinda weird that he immediately thinks, "Oh, she's talking with Harley, she must be talking about me, because everyone knows the ACC only wants to take me down. That's the only thing they care about." And oh my god, my voice is breaking.
Especially with the way Ja was phrasing it. Nevertheless.
Okay, now she says, "But it has no influence on this." Okay, then Ja says, "Alright, I'll leave you be. I wish Laio Peaches went to the con so we could hang. Almost everyone I knew isn't going this year, but it was super bad timing that shit went down, because to be honest, I wanted to hang with Harley, but was a long time coming ever since the Seth drama." I don't know what a Seth drama is, sorry. "I won't show you our DMs, but I hope we can talk things out in a call with Laio." Like, god, why does he think that Laio and Peaches have everything to do for him? Like, I kinda wanna know if he might have been a bit clingy in their opinion, but I'm not gonna really bother people about it. I don't know what the sad thing is. Okay, good. Mally doesn't know either. I don't think there's anything to sort out. You and Hals should just separate and move on. Friendship. There's again Beckett's little sprite in the way. No. Also, I don't care about that stuff. I just want to meet up. Just says, okay, I'll trust you. Like, bro, I kind of feel like he's kind of a bit getting too personal there.
Things would largely go quiet on the topic until August, when a creator named Lin released a video on Just a Robot, and he subsequently began to spiral and lose his mind. In particular, Jar was pretty unhappy that Mali-Malware lent her voice to reading her own tweets in Lin's video. I'm going to include an extended bit.
It's just stupid because she just read out a tweet which was something she said. So what does it make a difference? It was something she posted on Twitter, so she was basically reading out what she said already. It doesn't mean that she was okay with anything Lin says. Like, also, Jar should know this. He got so many times into drama, or into trouble, because someone he had a collab with said something. Like, he should know this, that just because someone says something on a video doesn't automatically reflect what you think.
Of this video here, because frankly the way he goes at Harley is, I don't know, just kind of revealing.
My brother in Christ, what the f is that thumbnail? I'm as sore about Spoctor as the next person, but referencing a grown adult meeting up with a child for sex is not the move. Please, I beg, change that text. It's not right to imply such a thing, even unintentionally.
And yes, I gotta say, personally, I'm not a fan of of this thumbnail like others in the ACC are, but I get where they're coming from. It's not like I think they're completely acting irrational or something. It's just a personal opinion-based difference.
Only for Jar to reply thusly.
Well, I don't call him a P-word or a G-word at any point in the video. I mean, I put a cupcake next to me when I went over my allegations. Would you like to have a friendly VC about it?
Jar, no one said that you called Spoctor a predator or a groomer in your video. I mean, how could they? Your video wasn't even up yet. The most that this argument does is distract from what Mali is saying by ultimately strawmanning what she was even arguing by bringing up something that, even if she did have a way to know, wasn't even the topic of conversation. It's at this point that Harley TBS joins the battle.
Hello, little gay people in my phone.
The difference is that your video on your allegations was addressing false allegations, satirizing them in the thumbnail. And at the end of the day, what you do with your brand/rep is your own choice and will only affect you. However, when making a video on Spoctor, it makes the implication that the allegations against him are much worse and draws a poor equivalency between him and EDP, which could be considered damaging. It's not a good choice to do this thumbnail as such, in my opinion.
Pretty reasonable and good faith critique on Harley's end there, I would say, and yet Jar's response would be this.
I mean, if there's one person who knows about thumbnails backfiring, it's you. You're still getting hate over the one you did where you were, I think, 14, maybe 15. This one.
I don't know why you're trying to get a clapback on genuine criticism. This is so immature.
That's not what I was going for. I've never even tried that on you once, to be honest.
Whoa there, cowboy. Seems like we've taken a bit of a leap there.
This would lead to a series of voice messages and demands once again for a VC. While I'm almost certainly missing some minor bits of context, I think that's probably enough setup to get into it. Let's get started with the first voice note.
Hello, Mali-Malware. I can tell you're stressed about this situation.
And like the way he already started, I kind of wonder, did he practice this one? Did he have a script? Because he's talking like he's talking in one of his videos. It's just a voice message. Come on, my dude.
And I am too. I've been dealing with ArcCC bullshit on and off for almost 10 years now. I don't think I said anything untrue about you, but I don't remember ever—
To be honest, a bunch of this ACC stuff was you deciding to get involved and this starting a chain reaction. Like, it's not like you are the one dealing with stuff. The ACC also had a lot to deal with you.
everything I've said in every single conversation I've been in. But you gave no examples of what I quote-unquote got wrong, so I'll have to take a guess as to what you were referring to. I've been wanting to talk things out in a call with you so things don't get twisted. I'm not gonna lie, when people in the ArcCC say they don't want to get into a call with me, it's because they know it's easier to twist things through text.
Or they just don't wanna be in a call with you. Also, I saw the Mali call that randomly your roommate decided to walk up and start arguing on your behalf, so I don't know if this is something that happened before and soured people's opinions about calls with you. It's not really... Like, come on, like, you saw people didn't like conversations they had with you. Or the way you word things. So you might think that they're uncomfortable being in a call with you. Because in a call you also have to hang up or leave the call when you're sick and tired of someone. In text you can answer whenever you feel like it or just pretend you haven't read it. Oh god, yeah, that's this jar. And I also kind of think it's interesting how he's talking about the ACC people like it's some weird slurs. He sounded like some weird boomer talking about those filthy immigrants. Like, come on, those ACC people, we all know how they react like.
Text. I would be more than happy to end things with not just you, but everyone. The problem I have with you is that you were in a video with Linlin, adding your credibility to it. A video that, mind you, has 50% as many dislikes as likes.
Like, personally, why is the fact that Linlin's video wasn't that well received relevant to anything? Like, if it's something Linlin stands behind, who cares? Also, why should Mali care if the video is doing well or not? She just read out a tweet she made publicly. What?
I haven't even responded to that video yet. A video that goes over shit we talked about a month ago. A video that says you can't call yourself a trans ally if you buy a fucking Harry Potter game.
And yes, this statement for some reason tipped him off so much, like, it triggered him like crazy. Personally, I still have Harry Potter games at home because I like the old games to the movies. I haven't consumed the franchise in ages. I'm not a trans person, so I can say what makes someone transphobic or not. But, like, if someone says to me, if you wanna play this Harry Potter game, means you can't be an ally, I'll probably say, I don't care if I'm considered an ally or not, I'm still gonna treat trans women like women, trans men like men, I'm gonna respect trans people. I don't need to be labeled an ally to feel good about myself.
The truth about you in the comment I made on Twitter. You had a problem with my Spoctor thumbnail. I offered to talk things out with you in private. You refused to. I changed it, and then you had a problem with my video that both Leo Convoy and Hopeless Peaches looked over before I uploaded it.
Okay, no offense to Lio and Peaches, like, more Lio, because Peaches is gone anyways. Only because they liked the video doesn't mean it is good. No offense to Lio, but he didn't always make good judgment calls, and Peaches apparently was someone who liked to push people into drama, and she also personally had an extra grind with Spoctor for understandable reasons. The dude did her dirty back then, so yeah.
I do apologize for the messages I sent to you as we were both going to VidCon. I'm not very good at talking through text, and after Leo Convoy pointed it out to me, I see that what I said was
It's kinda sad when you consider this man is almost 30. Like, he was in his late mid-20s when this voice memo was made. And he still needs people to constantly people to point things out for him. Like, he can't really understand what something is wrong unless someone points it out to him. I get it, people are gonna say he is autistic, but still, autistic people are not that helpless.
Appropriate, and I do apologize for that. That being said, I don't think leaving a comment about you on Twitter and talking to people about what you did on Discord is even close to as bad as giving your credibility to a video that got over 10,000 views. Whichever way you slice it, you threw the first stone. That's something I've never really understood about you ArtCC people.
Yeah, that's something I never understood about you ArtCC people. Like, come on, come on. It has the same vibes as some racist boomer.
You seem to all really want me to leave you guys alone. Ever since it all started with Geeky Girl Heather, Lulu, and the others, well, they made the first couple of videos on me.
Like, when people want to be left alone, like, it is a situation by situation thing, because if they make videos on you, sure, but she just read a tweet in a video. Are you really gonna respond to Linlin's video and for some reason act like Mali was fully involved with everything that was done in this video? Like, I don't get it.
Come to think of it, back then I don't think I fought back at all. Doodletones and her friends wanted me to leave them alone, but she made the first video on me. Same with...
I kinda wanna mention that this video was about Pokemon. Like, Jar made a video calling out someone who made a video about 10 Pokemon that could destroy the world. And then Doodletones made a video in response to that video. It wasn't really drama, it was a fucking power scaling disagreement. And for some reason, yes, it turned into drama. Then a bunch of Doodletones fans made videos, and Jar made a video collectively going against those people who were clearly children or not very fully mentally there. Sounds mean, but it's just the way it is. Like, he was really punching down.
Junkie, Luke, Creepshawart, and the list goes on. Aside from maybe Daft, Kai, and Omnia, I've never started it. If you guys want someone to not bother you, well, a good first step is to not attack them first. Crazy concept, I know. I would love to respect your wish.
Now, it's also the issues with Jar, also like, what does he consider attacking? When does he already is enough for him to feel like someone attacked him instead of just calling him out? Or does he think, oh, this person called me out, this means I'm now allowed to respond and go full on in? I don't get this dude.
And walk the other way, but that video is still up. I'm still receiving comments and harassment over it. Even if you guys take it down, well, it still happened. People remember.
Then why does it even matter then? Like, because the way he words it, like, well, the damage is already done. Like, great, what do you want from them now when you talk about how the damage is already done? Like, you could take the video down, but the damage is already done. Like, come on.
Maybe I could respond to it, but...
Let's be honest, he just wants to make a video and apologize to him.
But how much hate would you and Linlin get if I did that? To give you some perspective, I responded to
Oh god, this is such a fake concern. Well, I could respond to it, but just think of the damage it would cause. You don't want that, don't you?
Tones roughly over half a decade ago. I was a little guy back then. She's still receiving harassment to this.
She receives harassment due to Medicare. You and her argued over Pokemon. Please, don't. Like, the only funny thing during that drama between them two is when Doodletone said his voice, that he has a voice that makes her wanna play dodgeball in traffic, while sounding like a fucking mosquito.
Stay. And she didn't say every single person who buys a Harry Potter game is a transphobe. I want to make that clear. What are the issues you guys have with me? I did an accent. I don't think buying a video game...
I think the accent he was referring to something during the VidCon thing, where he, when he met Ponder, at first talked with an accent, probably so that she doesn't immediately recognize him, which apparently worked. And let's be honest, it is kinda weird to put up an accent when you talk with someone who knows how you sound, because it sounds like you don't want to be recognized by her. Yes, the issue with the thumbnail is something we already talked about.
Makes you a bigot. I changed a thumbnail that you guys asked me to, because somehow that thumbnail would have given him a chance to make a comeback even though he no longer had a platform?
I think he later reinstated his channel, but he can come back. And yes, he can like, now I can kind of see the point that he apparently now doesn't get. It's that Spoctor could return and frame it like, look, Cook, these people, they're talking about as if I actually groom people or am after minors and wanna meet up with them, or like he can misrepresent it. That's the issue. He can play victim and say, look, people don't even know what's real and what's not anymore. All those fake news get spread about me.
And I made EDP jokes about a guy who had the nudes of a 13-year-old on his desk drive. But I guess you do care a lot about this situation. Question, where's your video on him? Mal, I understand.
Like, she's allowed to care about the issue, not make a video. For example, I was interested in the Mr. B stuff because it was so hilariously awful, but I didn't make a video on it. Or for example, like, those grooming stuff is something I don't want to make videos. I still have strong opinions. I want those people gone. But I'm not gonna make a video on it because it's not a topic I want to talk about. Like, it sounds weird, like, why didn't you make a video on this grooming thing? Like, and I think later Maliox also explained that what can be said was already said in videos which were done before. Like, that was... I think that was something she said later on, but I'm not sure.
And you're new to being a public figure. Everything you say and do, well, it will be brought up. You're not a small person anymore. What you say has consequences. As much as you guys try to gaslight me...
It again kinda sounds like a threat. What you say has consequences now. Now you're a public figure. Now it's really open season for you.
Saying, Jar, you know you're actually the one in the wrong here. No, I don't. I've been in plenty of dramas before, all of which I've won, and I've heard the same...
Oh god, this segment was really why I made my first video. I wanted to explain why he hasn't really won dramas. The people either got cancelled or he at first was at the wrong side. Then took the video down and made another video and then acted like he was always on the right side. Like, the dude never really won dramas. He basically crawled across the line. He barely made it.
lines over and over and over again. Okay, I won't talk about you, if you won't talk about me. Deal?
Mali.
Okay, this definitely sounded like a threat. Like, you can multiple times see in this voicemail, voice call, how he tries to vaguely threaten her to what is gonna happen if the video stays up, and I don't know why, but now this is what led up to their voice call. The voice call will go for over 2 hours. I was there when Beckett was live reacting to it, and I'm not gonna sit through this again. Just watch it for yourself, because really, it is an experience. Mali, you have the patience of a saint. I couldn't sit through this if I were you. I would just get fucking annoyed at him and leave. Sure, he then would probably act like he won, but I would probably keep some brain cells from leaving early. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I now have to get back to my usual Devil's Advocate stuff. So please like, subscribe, ring the bell next to the subscribe button if you want to be notified about future uploads. Thanks and have one hell of a day.
Hey guys, I'll be back in just a second.
Alright.
I'm just gonna leave for 5 minutes because there's a black guy outside my apartment. I want to call the cops on him.